Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our daily get-together live here on Facebook every day of the week, Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m., where we take a look at comments, suggestions, headlines, questions, all kinds of topics that relate to our lives here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. I'm speaking cautiously because, like a fool, I decided to update to the latest version of the software that I use to broadcast these gatherings, and I'm always kind of cautious to see if I do an update and in case causes any kind of havoc. So if I seem a little a little slow this morning, it's not because I'm high. I'm always high in the evenings, not during the daytime. But I'm seeing that my levels might be a little bit too hot, and you may not necessarily want to hear me distort. So let me see. That may hopefully be better. Okay. Anyhow, here we are. We get together every day. My name is Paco. If you are new to the broadcasts, welcome to Coffee and Headlines. Please feel free to let us know that you are new by writing the word new in your comments. And if you have anything important that you want to address during the broadcast, just add the letter Q, and we'll try our darndest to make sure that we don't miss your comments. Every comment is important, but you are such a lively bunch, and we love that I love seeing all the comments flying up and down on my window, my computer screen, rather. Not my window. Anyhow, let's see who's in the house before we move on to interesting and important news, as always. Kelly is, a bunch of you are getting closer to coming, either arriving or coming back or returning or whatever to Puerto Vallarta. This is so exciting. It is always great to see folks that are getting ready to come back to Puerto Vallarta. I'm sure there's a lot of excitement there. And as always, the wishes for anybody that is traveling is that you will do so as safely as possible. Versalles, new restaurant opening today across the street. Let me take a wild guess. No, because I know. Could you be referring to my friend Cesar's restaurant in Calle Francia then? Because I walked down the street. I know my friend Cesar has been, excuse me, working on opening his brand new restaurant here in Versalles on Calle Francia, and it is a new seafood restaurant and he announced that he's opening today. I hope we're talking about the same place. I may stop by and wish him well. Let's see. Good morning from exceedingly foggy San Mateo. Good morning, Christy. It's great to see you. Cold Florida, says Dawn. It's great to see you. Hopefully you'll be able to stay warm with us for a few minutes. This is wonderful. Let's see who else is here. Happy birthday to my beautiful hija, Mindy. Happy birthday, Mindy. May you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. And what else do we have? Hi, all the way from Canada, Arturo. Arturo and I had such a great conversation the other day. He told me a little bit about his life. He has a brother living here in Puerto Vallarta, and they own a couple of restaurants. One is here in Fluvial. The other one is Tacos Revolucion on Olas Altas. So it was nice to be able to make that connection with Arturo the other day. And of course, knowing that Arturo watches regularly makes me feel so inclined to go and support the family restaurants. I've eaten at Tacos Revolucion a number of times. I haven't eaten at the Fluvial restaurant. I believe it's called La Romantica. I don't remember. So we'll be adding these restaurants to my list of places to go check out. Today we have an interesting show. Hopefully, we always go through this exercise every morning or the night before of trying to find enough important, helpful, useful, inspiring information to share with you, and hopefully today will not be an exception. But before we do that, I've been meaning to make a totally mindless, goofy. Well, I'm gonna wait. I'll make a mindless, goofy announcement in the leisurely section. Let's get on with the serious news. Luna, wherever you are, remind me of goofy announcement later on. Okay, this one, I was so excited yesterday about the news that I totally skipped over this one, but I think it is important, even though it is one day old. This bit of news has to do with the fact that researchers are starting to dig into the new variants of the COVID-19 virus, and it is good to learn that the Pfizer vaccine is effective against the latest variations or variants of the COVID-19 virus. So there you have it. If you've been concerned about getting the vaccine and have been reading about the new cousins and relatives of the virus, and you've been worried about this, rest assured this is going to be a safe vaccine for us. Then we have this announcement that Enrique Alfaro, our governor, made yesterday. This is an echo of the announcement that was made by the federal government about the fact that vaccines are starting to be distributed in our states. I will read this entire statement because I think it is important to know the same bit of news, but from the mouth of our governor. I want to inform Jaliscienses that finally the federal government has revealed the tentative schedule of the first phase of vaccines against COVID-19. There will be 3 deliveries in Jalisco, 32,000, so forth and so on, doses between 12th and 18th of January. More doses, 26,000 between 16 and 25 of January, and 23,000 between January 26th and February 1st. This phase will be to take care of the health personnel in public and private institutions, starting with those that attend to COVID-19 patients and then the rest of the medical personnel. We will continue insisting on including teachers as a priority so that we can advance our effort to going back to school. It is evident that this is just a first step. The challenge will be to vaccinate the entire population, and it is very large. We will be paying attention to the scheduling made for the following phases. We trust in the commitments established with Jalisco in the national vaccination plan, and we hope that they will be fulfilled as scheduled. The Jalisco government reiterates its commitment to coordinate with the federal government and support in every way possible so that we can affront this public health matter. So that's what our governor had to say. Needless to say, this was echoed and by national headlines and federal headlines. We saw that this was printed pretty much with the same words by El Universal. So essentially, it's good to know that it's actually happening. I mean, we've been told that vaccines were coming, but now this is like the real deal. It's actually happening. This is very exciting. Good news. Then there was also a video posted by Governor Alfaro. I forget if I saw it yesterday or the night before. It was one or the other. But apparently there's a lot of hearsay over the fact that this current period of containment that we're going through that ends tomorrow is going to be extended. Even yesterday, we chimed something that came from restaurants saying, well, please, keep us in mind. Please don't shut down again. And Governor Alfaro came onto his Facebook account to make a video statement saying that Jalisco will not, what is the English word? Will not extend, thank you, but will not extend the current period of confinement that we're having right now. What he did say is that on Monday we'll go back to normal, whatever normal was before this last shutdown of bars and nightclubs during the evening. And he said that it's going to be not Monday, but on the 15th of this month, on January 15th, that he will get together with both his health advisory board and his economic advisory board to see what is going to happen. And he wanted to clarify that, and I'm quoting, he wanted to go against information that causes confusion, hesitation, and fear. Now, he also said on the video, do I know what's going to happen next? No. He said, do we know when we're going to shut down? No, we don't. But it is important that people know, and I'm quoting him, it is important that people know that these are not the decisions of the governor. These are the decisions that are taken by both the Health Advisory Board and the Economic Advisory Board. Needless to say, there's not going to be a decision that is going to be agreed upon by everybody. All these decisions have, consequences. Sometimes they're not good, but I continue to believe that our governor and his staff are giving us the best possible scenario they can given the circumstances. One more news item about coronavirus vaccines before we move on to other topics and I read your comments. Comes from Nayarit. In Nayarit, they are announcing that it is Tuesday. The health secretary of the state of Nayarit announces that it is Tuesday that the first vaccines are going to arrive in the state of Nayarit. And they will arrive by plane, and they will be escorted by the National Guard, and they will be applied both in Tepic at the General Hospital and at another module, a health module at Santiago Ixcuintla. Let us remember that these first vaccines are for medical personnel, and it says here that after the vaccine, the medical personnel has been vaccinated, they will continue with people that are 60 years of age or older. So it's essentially the same information, but revealed from the point of view of the government of Nayarit. Let me take a quick look to see if you have any questions or comments that are relevant to share here. I see. Let's see. Oh, we have a new person, Maybe. What a fun, awesome name, Maybe. Hello, Maybe. Hello, May. Actually, welcome to Coffee and Headlines. Please feel free to let us know where you are from, where you're visiting from, and so forth and so on. If you have any questions, just get comfy, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage, and feel free to enjoy the show. If you like it, and you come back tomorrow will be a very different ball game, and I'll tell you why later. Praise for Tacos Revolucion. Thank you very much. I think that Arturo is going to be happy to see that. More praise for Tacos Revolucion. This is absolutely wonderful. Let's see what else. Oh, Rita chimes in about La Romantica. This is good to know. I've yet to go to La Romantica. I really want to go there sometime in the near future. Let's see. Todd is also heading down. Good for you. Here's an important question from Angelica. ¿Cómo estás, amiga? WesternJet canceled a lot of flights to PVN all around Canada. I wonder if eventually the government of Canada will call all the Canadians like it did on March. It's a concern for going down there. Oh dear. Well, yeah, it is. It is a concern. Unfortunately, Angelica, as I said before, nobody really knows. I mean, everybody. Well, when I say everybody, is the leaders, the governments. They're all seeing how the virus progresses against how we as communities respond to the requests from the government to take care of ourselves by wearing face masks and so forth and so on. Hopefully, we will be able to have clarity as we move forward. And I can imagine how some Canadian friends might be concerned about making specific plans to come down. Hopefully, there will not be a recall of Canadians as there was before. Let's see. Dug up the coffee can and now in need of a financial planner and familiar with U.S. investors. Any recommendations? Barbara, I'm going to assume that you are asking because you are here and not wherever you are. If you are here, I'm sure it'll be a lot easier for the community to recommend financial planners here, or if financial planners are available online. I'm not entirely sure. That's not an area of expertise of mine, but hopefully somebody in the community will chime in. Cookie Ladies here. Araceli, ¿cómo estás? I haven't seen you in a long time because I haven't been out and about for a while. But Araceli, next time I see you, I need to get more cookies because I am out. Let's see. Jesse reports on vaccine. My partner is a nurse and got his first round of his vaccine. Only side effects he had was a sore arm. I hope that's the extent of it. Jesse, congratulations. And hopefully he will be able, or she will be able, to get the second round without a problem. Let's see. I can definitely agree with Logan on this one. We are missing a lot of friends. I know that there's a lot of disappointment from some of our friends from Canada and the United States and other places that we're looking forward to spending some time here in Puerto Vallarta. And hopefully people will be able to come back when it feels right for them. And it feels right for Karen, who's coming down February 4th. Yay, that's wonderful. Let's see what else. We have Pam pam boom pam pam. Okay, does this distribution apply to expats? This has been a question that has come up before. What I know, and again, I haven't seen anything very specific and very clear to this regard, Linda, is that if you are a permanent or temporary resident and you have the permit in your passport or whatever, a piece of paper that you get from the government, you will be able to get the distribution once it becomes available for the general population. I don't know exactly what's going to happen for people that just happen to be here, and we'll have to wait and see. Another new person, Mario, with a beautiful last name that I'm not going to try to mess up. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines, Mario. You seem to be jumping off a boat. That sounds like fun. Again, this is who we are. This is what we do. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to tell us about your life, by all means, feel free to do so. Barbara confirms that she's looking for a financial planner here in PV. Thank you very much, Barbara. If anybody knows of a good financial planner, please share the information. Karen is looking forward to Margaritas and Birria. You are my kind of gal. I love it. I love it. Oh, I see some feedback about financial planning. Thank you very much. Are they magic cookies? I don't know what that refers to, but we'll talk about magic cookies in a second. Let's see. I think I am caught up with you. So let me continue with some of the news that I have prepared for today. We've talked about vaccines, and let's see, where are we? Of course, yes. Let's do this one. We've been talking about Interjet, the airline that has been going through financial woes, and finally, the workers of Interjet have decided to go on strike. 5,000 employees are owed $4 months of salary, their savings fund, and their aguinaldo, which, as you know, is a special extra bonus that that workers get here in Mexico. This is very unfortunate because we know that the airline has been struggling and trying to come back from not having any money and not even being able to afford fueling their planes. So they've canceled a number of flights, and now, needless to say, with their staff being on strike, I don't know exactly what's going to happen after this. The Consumer Protection Agency in Mexico has warned against booking anything with Interjet. Interjet, of course, has frowned over this advice, but clearly it is not a good time to go flying on Interjet right now. Hopefully they will be able to resolve their challenges at some point, but in the meantime, there probably will not be any flying on Interjet. This is important. Some beach vendors in front of the Malecón, around where the Rosita Hotel is located, rescued a 32-year-old man and a 12-year-old child that were drowned by the waves. Or were not drowned. They were pulled by the current of the ocean, by the waves. So this happened yesterday, and this is a reminder that, and we've been looking at high waves over the last few days. Kindly, if you go swimming on the ocean, be mindful of the waves. Be mindful of the chingadera that pulls you back, the tide turn, the toe tide. There's a name for the current when it draws you back, and I can't remember what the word is, but you know what I'm talking about. If you go swimming on the beach, I mean swimming in the ocean, oh my God, prepositions. If you go swimming on that big body of water right in front of our city, please be careful out there. Okay, so that's me messing up English. I have to do it from time to time. Let us move on to the weather and some leisurely stuff, and we'll continue going on with the broadcast. As I look to the side, Luna is having fun with her cardboard box. I still feel abandoned, but that's okay. She'll come back eventually. It is 23 degrees right now. It feels like 26 degrees. And this is, of course, Celsius. It is 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is higher than yesterday, 75%. And today we are looking at a partly cloudy day. There's actually a 3% chance of rain right now. Who would have thunk it? The high today is going to be 26 and the low 17. Tomorrow we are looking at clear through the day, high of 26, low 15. And Monday we are looking at clear through the day, high of 27, low of 16. Luna, don't be making noise. We are sharing good news with the world. Let's see. Oh, undertow. Thank you, Kimberly. I love it when you all help me remember the vocabulary. This is always very helpful to me and very much appreciated. Oh my God, look at all those undertows. You guys are paying attention. I love it. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Chef Calis. Buenos dias, Paco, and to all. By the way, my season 2021 for Taco Tour PV, my Facebook is Taco Talcott Tour PV. There's all the information. We were looking for this information yesterday. So thank you very much, Chef Calis. Muchísimas gracias. If anybody wants to go on a taco tour with Chef Calis, we are going to definitely add this to the show notes today. Let's see. Question: is scheduling a chiropractor as hard as scheduling your eye doctor appointment? Can anyone recommend a chiropractor? That's a good question. Kelly, I would start. I know that in your past trip, you were staying and hanging out in the North Shore. I forget if it was La Cruz or Bucerias. I would encourage you to be more specific because, it's a big bay. It's entirely possible that if you are in the northern part of the bay and somebody recommends a chiropractor all the way down here in Puerto Vallarta, it may not be the most convenient thing. But in general, I find that booking doctor appointments in Puerto Vallarta, private physicians, is not an overnight thing, especially during these times in which doctors are either unavailable, or we're all feeling a little on the edge about symptoms and whatnot. So what I would recommend to you if you're coming in 2 weeks is try to get recommendations right now. Let us know what part of the bay you're going to be at and start making phone calls, because that way you will have something pre-scheduled before you arrive in Puerto Vallarta. And if anybody else has any other comments to that effect or experiences with chiropractors, they would be very much appreciated. I totally agree with you, Matthew. I think it's a shame about any company that is struggling and unfortunately end up, just folding. Let us hope that they can come back. Jesse, I agree with you as well. Thank God for those vendors. And it is important that we take good care of ourselves when we go to the beach. One of the things with beaches here in Mexico is you'd expect there to be a lot of lifeguards and so forth and so on, but the reality is that there are not that many. There may be some kind souls that help out, but please remember to take good care of yourselves. If you go swimming, the water is cold. You don't want to be surprised. Undertow. I love you guys. Riptide. I love it. Wasn't there a surfing song called Riptide? You guys are too much. I love it. Look at all those undertows. You guys are actually paying attention. Karen says that it's happening at the Rosita Hotel frequently. So again, folks, be careful swimming out there. I knew there was a song. Yes, I remember that. James, I'm not even going to acknowledge that, but you may be right. Let's see, what else do they have? What else do you have? Good question. Do I think in Spanish or English? I write in English and think in English. When I think in both languages. I think a lot of it has to do with who I'm with. I have conversations with Luna in English and Spanish. Maybe that's why she's so weird. Here's a recommendation for a chiropractor on Plaza Romy. There you go. That would be on the south side, in case you don't know. Ooh, itchy eyes. I shouldn't go there. Let's see. Eric Fuller has offices in PV and Bucerias. Thank you very much, Marge. See, this is what I love about hanging out with you guys. You have all the answers. I'm just a silly guy standing in front of the microphone. Anyhow, moving right along, I want to talk about fundraisers for a second. I ran into a dear friend of mine from the PUR Project the other day, and the PUR Project is this amazing rescue and neutering project for cats here in Puerto Vallarta. And they have this wonderful kitty cat farm that one used to be able to visit, but now, of course, given the pandemic, they're not able to do that. But the long story short of that is that it has become increasingly challenging for fundraising pursuits here in Puerto Vallarta to fundraise. And I want to give a shout out to one of the most creative, original, and successful fundraising events that takes place here in Puerto Vallarta every year, and that continues to give something to talk about in a good way, and that would be What a Drag. For those of you that don't know what a drag is, it is a competition in which straight men dress up and do a beauty pageant, and God knows what else they're expected to do, and they raise money for against domestic violence, women under domestic violence. And this is a really fun event. It usually happens in the springtime, and the good thing about this is that they sent me a press release, and they have announced what their next event is going to be and the date in which it's going to take place. Actually, before we go there, let me finish telling you a little bit about this. This event has taken place in Teatro Vallarta, and when it has taken place, they fill the house. It is a really funny event because the people that star in this event are just regular Joes, regular guys, straight guys that have decide that they want to dress up as women just to help. And the beautiful thing is that it's very funny. It's a great event, and they have announced their date for this year. I received the press release, and I want to let you know that what you want to do is you want to save Sunday, March 14. It's going to take place in Puerto Vallarta. And again, this is an event that happens once a year to support the women's shelter Casa Esperanza. There will be safety protocols. And if you prefer outdoor seating, there will be a live broadcast party at nearby Mango's Beach Club. And there's going to be a host there taking care of you. So you will be able to either watch at the theater with all kinds of safety guidelines, or you will be able to watch outdoors from nearby and vote for your favorite candidate. Tickets and reservations will be available on January 15th. We don't know exactly where, but if you look for What a Drag online, you will find a Facebook page, and I am sure you will find additional information. I am particularly excited about What a Drag this year, even though, as I said before, I've never attended, because one of my favorite sexy, charming, adorable, straight friends is going to be participating. And he is not only all of that, but he is also the husband of one of my favorite sexy, straight women friends. So they are one of the most successful, wonderful, sexy, funny couple you could possibly meet in Puerto Vallarta. And I think you already know who they are, but I'm going to show them to you. Ta-da! That would be our dear friends from Licks. Todd is going to be doing his beautiful transformation, of course, and I think he's a beautiful man, and Catherine is a beautiful woman, so something good is going to come out of this. I had dinner with them the other day, and they told me that each participant is assigned a drag mother, somebody that is going to help the contestants in deciding what to wear, how to walk, how to behave, and so forth and so on. And I am going to be rooting for Todd because he is my dear friend and he is the churner. Catherine is sexy, but Kathleen is sexy, but Todd is the churner in the operation. So I'm rooting for them. And again, I'm so very happy to see that there are favorable comments about What a Drag. We'll be keeping an eye on the event, and hopefully we will be able to attend. And if it is endorsed by my friend Candace Shaw, it's got to be a wonderful cause, and it's got to be a wonderful thing. Thank you very much. Let's see. Do I think that being in front of my computer screen every day is what is bothering my eyes? That is entirely possible. It's not bothering my eyes as much as this little fruit fly that is flying in front of them. You can probably not even see it, but I'm going because I have a fruit fly in front of me. Go away, fruit fly. Go away. Let's see. What else? What else do we have? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for being part of the community. Let's see what else we have here. Arturo, thank you again for letting us know and helping us make a connection to your family's restaurant. Let's see. Was my assistant a rescue kitty? Asks Karen. No, she wasn't. She was the former daughter of my dear cousin Norma, who used to live in León, Guanajuato, and has moved to the United States. And when she moved to the United States, she said, I cannot travel with her. Would you adopt her? So I flew to León, Guanajuato, and flew back with her. And she's been my daughter for the last, 4 or 5 years now. I love my little kitty. Let's see. Lorraine says, love those two. Yes, we love them very much. They are absolutely beautiful human beings. If you ever get a chance to meet them, I totally recommend that you do. And speaking of beautiful human beings, the last headline that I want to share with you today has nothing to do with Puerto Vallarta, but it has to do with what I consider, or someone I consider to be a beautiful human being. In the past, I've gushed about Carole King, and I've said that I admire Carole King for her moment in history, for her skill, for her artistry, for what she contributes to our world. And there's another lady, it's like I imagine myself sipping tea with Carole King, because she must be a great person to get to know. And another great person that I think everybody would want to get to know, or at least I would want to get to know, is none other than Annie Lennox. And maybe I am showing I am showing my age, but oh my God, the itchiness in my eye is killing me. But I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Annie Lennox is somebody that I've admired as a musician and as a humanitarian. And last night I came across this video from October 28th where Annie Lennox says, well, I've been practicing Ludwig van Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, and I really want to play it well. And I think I can finally play it well for you. And watching Annie Lennox play Beethoven and have her music, her score in front of her and turn the page as she's playing just made my day. So I'm going to leave that bookmark with you, and hopefully if you know of Annie Lennox, she will make your day. And if you don't know about Annie Lennox, she is a great human being, a great artist, and a great humanitarian. My wish is that you'll get to know her music. She is absolutely wonderful. And that is how we wrap up today. Thank you very much for being with us today at Coffee and Headlines. Your comments and input are always so very important. And I forgot the silly thing that I was going to tell you. And the silly thing that I was going to tell you, thank God I remembered just now, is the fact that I discovered that when you freeze, Costco made chocolate chip cookies, and then you take them out of the freezer, they taste just as good. And that means that this little round person could have chocolate chip cookies in the freezer all the time and just keep eating them whenever I want. Do you have any idea of how dangerous that is? And that's my silly ending for the day. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I hope you have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. And if it's not your shtick, I'll see you again Monday. Have a great day.